So episode 6 today of X-Men 97, Life and Death Part 2. And we actually kick off what's been going on with, of course, Charles, as we know from the original show. He was injured, he went to the Shi'ar to get medical treatment. And we see how this picks up afterwards, because we see that the Shi'ar is having a bit of a struggling with conflict with fighting the Kree Empire, and they're not accepting him being part of the Shi'ar nation. And then of course, Deathbird, of course, the Emperor, the Emperor's sister, obviously, the Emperor's sister, and she's not buying it because she sees him as a threat and all, like, he doesn't belong here, he's a mutant, they're dangerous and all that, and we go back and forth really well, and he speaks with the other Shi'ar people like Gladiator, who's really cool, like he can blow like he's the Wolf, shoot laser like Superman, and very bulletproof guy and all that. And they have this very good talk about how their empire came to war and all. It's really good. And I like the fact when Gladiator was talking about it, was like, Charles was like, "You remind me of a friend I knew from Earth," which he's referencing, Magneto, Eric, and all of that. And I love there's some great action in this. We had to see Ronin in this too, so I guess they're fighting, of course, they're fighting the Kree Empire, and it's really cool. And we get to see the continuation of Stormforge and Adversary, and she is called Adversary is creeping on her because Adversary, he is very much the she one, like, the Adversary is pretty much playing the fear on Storm that she lost her power and now she's human and everything, and because the characters basically pretty much manipulates fear and fate and everything as well. And of course, Storm, of course, is still badly injured after Adversary bited him, and then they run off all the way to find the Midnight T'Challa, and that's part of one of Storm's one of Forge's like special hideouts that he had during his time in the war. Because we know he was a war veteran in his early days when he found the Adversary with his friend Sage and all them and all that. And we see that Storm is trying to get some of the antidote for it, but then of course she feels the fear. Then the Adversary comes back. I mean, because Forge tries and kind of kills him. Kazan kills her. Well, sorry, Kim. But then because he had his powers, and he puts the Adversary in a book. But then he comes back. She comes back, and she's twisting and like manipulating her and twisting her dreams and fears, but that's what he does. Or she does. And then there's this great moment, and Storm kind of gets her like a second chance, and then it was so cool just to see the rain, the lightning, and the thunder coming in. I literally was getting hyped up. It was like, oh my god, she got her powers back in the most coolest way possible. Very similar to Man of Steel, by the way. When Superman was trying to use his powers, like he was doing those jumps, and then he made that epic flying shot, where he's running when he's like testing out his powers, and he's flying through horses and canals and like all that. It's reminded me of that like so much, and that was an epic moment. And then Charles is like, okay, I could convince you that even though I'm a mutant, I'm going to show you who I am, and he gives all the adversaries a lesson about why their empire is falling to pieces and they're fighting wars and all that. It's really good. And then something happens, and then he sees like a huge gambit, all skeletons, and then he gets paralyzed again. Like, I don't know who done it and all that. And then the ending is just crazy. We see this guy running away from something, and I was like, that's Stephen Lang. That's the guy who hanged out with Master Mold for the Sentinels. And then you hear and you saw, and he gets hit by a red kind of like, a red splash like of power on him. He gets knocked down, and then I was like, oh my god! And it's none other than the return of Mr. Sinister himself. He's the one who started the Geonosis attack. He wanted it to happen. I thought it was like Cassandra Nova because of the whole Deadpool 3 stuff, but nope. He is back this time. After he had his cloning victory with Madeline Pryor. He was the one who sent that Sentinel to kill everyone in Geonosis, including some of our heroes, and you're like, he's the one who's behind everything. Because he kind of is, though. He's always been about genetics, and he always wants to take down the X-Men. But it was a great reveal. Like, I can't wait to see where Episode 7 takes, but I still love in the sequel show. I love how they're bringing back all these original movies from the original show that we all know and love, and bring it in with the sequel show, which is absolutely brilliant. Can't wait for more. These are what the movies really should have been. Like, I'm gutted how like the main Fox movies can't even get these type levels of storytelling from the comic books. Just, it's insane to me. But that's just my thoughts. Just can't wait for episode 7. I'm still loving this. I'm still loving the sequel show. It's great.